Peering into bank windows with camera recording. Interesting. All right. Bless your heart. Yeah, I'd get some additional training, Dominguez. You're scared of your own shadow. I'm walking up a sidewalk. You're 40 feet away and said, don't come any closer to me.
Did I tell you I was going to do anything to you? No.
You clearly,
you
clearly panicked when I aimed a camera at you on the sidewalk. You panicked.
Am I panicked right now?
A lot.
This
no,
guy
you're not
cracks
panicked
me
right
up.
now, 'cause you...
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Lee Wolfgram, and I am a storyteller.
Welcome to the bunker. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Colonel channel. And I know a certain portion of the audience really likes these First Amendment auditors. And I think the auditor themselves makes a difference on whether or not I would agree with the approach. Sometimes it seems like the auditors are just trying to pick fights with the cops. Other times I think the auditors do a really good job of just calling out the police. And I think those are helpful because I do think that they serve a purpose of letting the law enforcement agencies know that they are, the modern day is people have cameras and modern days are changing. And what this particular video illustrates here, and this is one that is done, I didn't do this, but I am kind of auditing this this one is from Cult News. And I will tell you this, that I think the auditor in this case does a really good job. He's not being provocative or anything like that. He is sort of asserting his rights. And I think that's very valuable because it illustrates this, that, policing has changed, but some of the training hasn't caught up with it. And, I think that the point here that the First Amendment auditors are making is the police department, have to be trained as to what you can and cannot do. And then certainly that's going to improve police and community relations. But don't overreach, don't overstep. That's what the auditors are out there to do. And some of them do it well, and some of them don't do it well. And some of them actually expose themselves potentially to criminal liability. And I have to caution you, different jurisdictions have different requirements when it comes to this identification thing. So be sure, if you want to, if you want to assert your rights, just check with your jurisdiction to see whether or not there is a statute in place that requires identification, because that's a whole different issue as far as whether the statute is constitutional or not. But generally speaking, this person did a great job. And so I'm going to share with you here to point out the training things that can be addressed. This can be fixed. Police can be doing things to help people enforce their rights, and they just need to push back a little bit with every little single complaint. Doesn't mean that there's a crime. So you better articulate what the crime is. And that's the problem. That's the problem that the First Amendment auditors have, is you kind of have to have an articulable suspicion that a crime has occurred. You got to do that. So here, let's just jump in and watch.
Hi, can I help you?
No, thank you. I appreciate you asking.
Okay. Can I ask you why you're standing outside of a bank recording?
Well, you can ask.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm not going to tell you, but you can ask. Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, you're the subject of a radio call now. Because
what was the call about?
Suspicious behavior that you're standing outside of the bank, recording and taking photographs of the bank.
So somebody called and said that I was taking photos?
Yes, with your camera.
On a public sidewalk. And you guys actually came out for that?
Yeah, we sure did.
Crazy.
Why wouldn't we?
I don't understand. I mean, it's not a crime, nothing illegal.
But it is scary for the people inside. It's concerning.
Well, if it's scary for the people inside,
do you not believe it's concerning if you're outside photographing a bank?
I'll tell you. When people are,
think that's suspicious, sir?
When I do not actually.
Okay.
When people find things scary, I know fear makes people do strange things. For example, if I was afraid of somebody outside, I wouldn't send a woman out by herself, feet from the man, to confront him. I would, I'd stay inside, first of all. So a gal came outside and was talking to me. She didn't seem scared at all. And if she was scared, she had a funny way of showing it.
Was she an employee?
Yeah, I believe she was, yes.
Okay, well, so who called us was not an employee. I
have no control over that. So somebody called you and they said, there's a man outside.
Okay, so you see the issue here? Okay, the issue is whether or not there is a articulable suspicion that there is criminal activity. So he's going to press her to find out, so what is the crime?
I'm taking photographs.
Of the bank.
Okay, are you under the impression that that's illegal?
What was that?
You're not under the impression that that is a crime, are you?
No, I'm saying it's suspicious behavior
Got it.
that you're...
And the key to this is it has to be reasonable suspicion. Okay, so just a guy out here, what is the crime?
Well, there's 10,000 reasons why somebody might be standing outside of a bank recording.
Do you have any ID on you, sir?
Sure, but
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of that, though.
Do you mind handing it to me?
I do, actually, because I'm not a big fan of forfeiting my Fourth Amendment rights to placate the personal curiosity of yourself or somebody inside of a
It's
bank.
not of myself.
No.
I didn't just pass along and see you standing here recording and
Nah,
choose to
it's okay.
stop you.
I'm gonna-
You were the subject of a radio call. There's a difference there.
It's not a crime.
Subject of a radio call may be. Some reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime is still where we're hung up here, officer.
Right.
I'm just telling you.
All right, I'm telling you, it's not a crime.
But I
So
can still identify who you are.
you can ask, and I can refuse because I haven't committed a crime. You have to have a reasonable and articulable suspicion of a crime. Don't you agree,
And I could
Deputy
believe
Dominguez?
that you could be doing this for purposes of committing a crime.
I could be doing this for purposes.
Well, you could. You know, everybody could be planning a crime. Come on, tell us. So what is the crime? Specifically, what is reasonable for you to, at this point, from just a person with a camera out there, reasonably articulate what the crime you're concerned about is. Is the fact that they're just asserting their First Amendment right, Second Amendment right, Third Amendment right? Is it just the fact that they're asserting their rights that causes this concern? There's an opportunity for training where police officers can be trained about what can and cannot be done when it comes to identification constitutionally. And if they get that training, then when they get those calls, they can ask the people, what is the crime that you're concerned about? That would go a long way for this. Instead of, I'm just scared. Well, you being scared is not a crime that I committed if I'm just doing something legal. That you're a scaredy cat. Sorry.
Of committing a crime.
Yeah, you're photographing a bank.
Yeah, I guess I could be, theoretically.
Don't
I'm not.
take my picture.
Are you serious?
Do not take my picture.
Are you serious? I'm taking
Yeah, I'm
32 frames per
absolutely
second.
serious.
Whoa,
Yep.
whoa, stay away from me. Don't take this wrong way, but you've been drinking today?
Have I been drinking?
Have you been drinking today?
Now he's got her stuffed. What is she going to do? See, normally this is the problem. Normally this behavior is handed down. Remember, these officers go to a skills course. They ride along with a field training officer. They get all this training. And so when they get this training, if this is what they're learning from the senior cops about how we do things, this is the problem you get into. And it doesn't work anymore because the police officers have cameras and so does everybody else. So now she's going to go into mode, and let's watch what happens.
Copy, thank you. And he is recording, just for units to be aware, and taking photographs of me. I have a feeling, just so you guys know I'm feeling he's like a First Amendment person and rights. I don't know. He wouldn't talk. He didn't want to give me any info. He didn't want to give me his name.
Is that a bad thing? Why is there this? I appreciate the briefing on what's going on, but let's see if the conversation develops into what can and cannot be done. Let's see what they do about this. Let's see what the supervisor does about this.
So I told him I'll start a supervisor this way then. They're concerned because he has been like zooming in with the camera. They don't know what he's trying to take pictures of inside the bank because he's standing on the other side where the window is. They want him trespassed.
Get that point? They don't know what he's trying to take pictures of.
Yeah.
He posted up off the property, so he already probably knows the game.
Yeah. So I figured whenever the supervisor gets here, I'll let them make that call because I was trying to ID him.
Supervisor?
So here's the thing. So they want him trespassed, but oftentimes what we find is when the officers go in or when the officers are responding to the call, they ask them, do you want him trespassed? Well, in this case, I think we're still in a public area.
No, I called one. I'll explain after what. And then he just started, he like took the camera like this and I told him get it out of my face and I tried to move and he's like, you're gonna not let me take pictures of you, and I kept moving in a circle around him and I was like, hey, have a good day, bye, and I just walked off and he just like followed me up and I was like, I told you to stop, you can wait on the sidewalk, don't come any closer. And he was like, I can't walk on the sidewalk. And I told him, yeah, you can walk on the sidewalk, stay on the sidewalk then.
So if the bank just wants him trespass and he's going to refuse to identify himself and just fill out a trespass form and just take a picture of him, and that's it.
Dominguez, are you still afraid of a camera? It looks like you got multiple cameras on you.
Here, I'm serving you with a trespass notice.
Sweet.
The bank is trespassing you from the property.
From their property.
From
Sure.
their property, yes,
Yeah,
correct.
I got no problem with
So
that.
if you trespass on their property, they will call us and you will be arrested.
Well, they're going to call you whether I trespass on their property or not, Dominguez.
Okay,
I haven't stepped foot on their property. Bless your heart. Okay, all right.
okay.
I think you're not over
can
her
do
by
that.
chance, are you?
Sign it.
Do you have more seniority over? I do not want to sign that. Absolutely not. Dominguez, nice try.
Here's your copy. You
Oh, thanks. Wait. Let me see. What does that say exactly?
don't want the copy?
I'm just taking a look at it. Yeah, I'll take that. Sure. Peering into bank windows with camera recording. Interesting. All right. Bless your heart. Yeah, I'd get some additional training, Dominguez. You're scared of your own shadow. I'm walking up a sidewalk. You're 40 feet away and said, don't come any closer to me.
Did I tell you I was going to do anything to you? No.
You
I just
clearly,
said you don't need to come
you
any
clearly
closer.
panicked when I aimed a camera at you on the sidewalk. You panicked.
Am I panicked right
A
now?
lot.
This
no,
guy
you're not
cracks
panicked
me
right
up.
now because you got some backup here for you. All by yourself.
You think I'm scared, sir?
I think you're chicken shit when you're all by yourself.
Okay, all right.
All right.
You can believe whatever you want to believe, sir.
Well, I saw it with my own eyes. I mean, who do I believe? You or my lying eyes? All right.
You can believe whatever
You're
you
dismissed
want.
without further argument, Dominguez.
Okay, you have a good day, sir.
I'm having a great day. I'm having a great day.
That's a little
You guys have a good one.
provocative.
Seriously, get her some extra training. She's scared of her own shadow.
Okay.
I thought it was our right to record in public places.
Charles, call 5772. Charles. Call 5572.
Well, it is.
Now, not for the gentleman here, but for Dominguez, this is what we call a walk of shame. See her walking away. She's afraid of her
Have a
own
good
shadow.
day. Yes,
Afraid
have
the camera's
fun.
being aimed at her.
Yeah, continue
Doesn't
recording
understand
people.
where her rights are.
Okay, well, there you see. So in this case, I think the auditor did a really good job as far as he wasn't antagonizing. He kind of lured them into taking a position, and they ultimately realized, I don't know if they talked to the supervisor, but I would say someone there got the message and someone there briefed her up. The issue of the trespass, he wasn't on the property, so that's no big deal. Well, anyway, for those of you that like the auditors, I just wanted to comment when I see a good auditor and doing it right, not interfering with the police, not violating any local statutes. Until the next time, this is Wolf 6 from the Wolfgram Worldwide Headquarters in downtown Minneapolis with my new camera that follows me out here.